Yeah.
You can, like, smell it all the way through there. Like.
Horrible, innit? Yeah, if you don't like it, it's a nightmare sitting near me. I've always been like that, though. You know, like, over the years, the different stuff. I've always, like, if I go back over my, like, history of perfumes, you know, through your life, you always had, like, different ones.
Why do you keep referring to them as perfume when you should be saying aftershave?
But it's not an aftershave. It's not. It's a fragrance.
Oh, okay.
Most things now are unisex.
Yeah,
So
I suppose they are. Yeah, you're right.
I looked in, obviously, this fella, Frederick, well, it's not a fella, it's a company, Frederick Miles, a company. Like, I'm going to sound like I know what I'm talking about here, right? But I don't. It just through, like, Googling, like, what the fuck's this? So there's a company called Frederick Malle. And what Frederick Malle does, he doesn't make perfumes. He employs famous perfumerias or whatever, to make certain scents for him. So in his line, you'll get like Dominic Rubion, that's the guy I like, and he makes 3 or 4 for Frederick Malle. Then you'll get some other Maurice whatever, some other fucking French name, and then some other fucking French name, and they all make different ones. And I found this one by accident, you know, similar thing, like walking past someone and going, what the fuck's that smell? And literally saying, mate, what's that smell?
Yeah.
And
What's that smell?
Yeah, like...
You make it sound like it's not a nice smell.
No, it what's the word? Like cast a spell on me. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I just had to know.
Hypnotised,
like, yeah. Like, what on earth's that? And said, promised by Frederick Malle. And anyway, through looking into it, these perfumes, there's 2. There's Promise, which is this one, and there's Portrait of a Lady. Sounds like a lady's perfume. These were originally women's perfumes. They were made for women. Oh. But obviously, you know, it's become a bit more feminine now, isn't it? So like, long gone are the days of people wearing Old Spice. You're like, oh, well, you know, I'm not wearing that fancy muck. You know, boys like scents now. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and I've been places all over the world, right? I've been asked all the time, what's that smell, what's that smell? But I have respect because twice in my life in different parts of the world, once in South America, once in Europe, and they were both the same type of character. So like, it was almost like duplicate people. So picture the scene, like a very tall, older lady, and they didn't know who she was, short hair, grey hair, looked very sophisticated with a French accent, just say, excuse me, in her accent. And I'd say, yeah. I said, you wearing a Portrait of a Lady? You know, things like this. And I'd go, yeah. And she'd be like, yes. And then she'd walk off. And, you know, like, I feel like there was a story behind her knowing what that perfume was. Yeah. But yeah, it's incredibly offensive. So
she was probably thinking, gay.
Proper gay boy. Proper gay boy. But yeah, listen, it is what it is. I like offensive perfumes. Do you know what I mean? I like things where it upsets people. That's what I'm here to do. But that's what life's about, isn't it, Marie? You know what I mean? That's what it's about, isn't it?
I'm always upsetting people.
There's no point in being, what's the phrase? Like a wilting flower. There's no point,
being
is
vanilla.
there? Fuck that, mate. No, say it as it is, innit?
Yeah, defo.
Say it as it is. Well, we'll jump straight in. Are we rolling? I was going to say Southpaw. Are we rolling, Ron?
We are rolling, sir.
We are rolling, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Thank you for watching. And, well, yeah, I guess this is the 3rd return. This is the 3rd time now, right?
3rd or 4th?
Could it be 4th?
It's definitely my 2nd one here. I've been to the other it's my 4th, and I've been to the other studio twice as well, yeah. Yeah,
fam, it is 4th. Yeah, so it's the 4th time of, you know, personally, you are the most requested guest out of everybody. Everybody always, whenever people mention the podcast, you know, one of the first guests they always mention is Marie. So, you know, careful what you wish for. We've got the contentious, divisive, hilarious, and intelligent.
Oh, thank you.
The wonderful Marie Monroe, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we clap, Ron.
Well, clap, mate. Put my headphones back
on. Mate, yeah. Yeah, thank you for talking to people like us. Well, Marie, first things first, let's do the niceties. How have you been?
Wonderful.
Yeah?
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah? Kicking fuck out of people in jiu-jitsu and that?
No, it's me getting the shit kicked out of me, to be honest.
How's it going?
I'm learning slowly but surely. I think I probably know 0.5% of jiu-jitsu right now.
Are you actually rolling around with people and getting strangled in that?
Yeah. I got choked out twice yesterday off 2 different blokes, so yeah.
Have you ever been in one of them, like, because that's the thing that puts me off, is them ones, you know, like the limb breakers?
Well, I don't know how I must really seriously enjoy it, because I started my very first week, I got a serious injury. Someone snapped my ligament and cartilage in my knee, my MCL and my meniscus.
Gone.
And literally, like my very first week there, got me in a heel hook and.
So is that not the end of your career?
No, not really. No, it's I'm sound.
Sound.
I can walk. My leg was like trapped like this at first because my all my muscles went into spasm and protection mode and it wouldn't let it was so painful. It was awful.
They're the ones, it puts me white. Like of all of the, obviously nobody wants to get done in by anybody. Like, you know, I wouldn't want to be hit by a karate guy or a boxer or a wrestler, but the jiu-jitsu one, as I said last time, it always puts me on one because like every time, like, you know, like getting knocked out's brutal. Obviously, you don't want to get knocked out, but like, it's kind of like, I don't know, I'd take getting sparked out over like, the jiu-jitsu ones always end horrible.
Yeah.
It's either you're literally getting strangled, like there's your at least when you're knocked out you can breathe. But like, so the two, like the ways to finish in jiu-jitsu are stop you breathing, that's a good one, or the 4 limbs you've got, or 5 with the neck, let's snap one, and that's how it ends.
Basically,
Yeah, that just sounds like, why? I can't get in the mind of somebody who wants to go down that route, because that one, it just looks like horrible. It just looks horrible. You know, call me a fanny, but like I couldn't. I'd freak out. Do you not start panicking?
Sometimes when I'm watching the drills, I'm literally like, waiting for like, so I've got a major, because I got injured in my very first week and like quite a bad injury as well. I've got a major fear of getting injured now, but like not just me getting injured, I'm petrified of accidentally injuring somebody else, you know, like going too far, because obviously I don't really know what I'm doing when I'm getting taught these things most of the time, and I'm really scared because I think it would bother me a lot more if I injured someone. I think I would be crying my eyes out, absolutely sobbing my heart out if I hurt somebody. Like, oh God.
I guess that's the same with any contact sport. Like you play with fire and you might get burnt, you know?
Yeah.
Like you could proper fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
You know? Or you could get proper fucked up.
Well, I almost didn't go back. I had to have 4 months off to heal. And during that 4 months off, there was literally only like 2 other people from the gym who I was familiar with before I went there. And during that 4 months, they both got injured. And I was like, is this a sign from the universe? Like, I'm too scared to go back. Like, one of them literally, he went over on his leg and his bottom underneath his knee was just swinging like that. They had to get an air ambulance for him. Yeah, I know. I know. It's like really bad. Like, a few of them in there have had like bad injuries and stuff. Like, I was rolling with one last week and he was like, oh, it's my first day back, I broke my leg, do you want to see a video? And I was like, no.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, it's one thing having the type of mentality to, you know, be aware of what the risks are. But I'll tell you what, it's a special type of mentality when it's happened and you go back.
Yeah.
Like, who's that lunatic? You know what I mean? Like, what's he getting into?
You see some of them, they're like raring to go back, aren't you? Like, like 2 more weeks and I'll be back, lads. And it's like, mate, like, your leg should have been gone. What you mean?
Mate, literally. Yeah. But yeah, mate, big respect. You are still doing it though, yeah, back in it, yeah, enjoying it.
Yeah.
Well, Marie, do you know what? Over the past few weeks and months, there's been loads of stuff that you've mentioned on your socials that each time I'd like to like dig in a little bit more to them.
Yeah.
But I am going to start off with a question because it's a reoccurring thing. And I've never asked you this. And I know, look, we're friends, right?
Yeah.
We can just talk.
Yeah.
And we can just say things and no one takes offense.
Yeah.
You've called me names in the past. Do you know
Have
what I mean? Yeah, the first time you met me, you said I look like a tosser. You know, just saying. But that's okay. I knew it was not meant in like attack. It was just, you look like a bit of a tosser. And you know what? She's kind of right. Do you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't lying. She said what everybody thinks. Yeah. That's the only difference.
That's basically
Marie
my
for
whole
you.
Personality.
Yeah, she told me, and she's right. I do look like a tosser. But when I go through your socials, right? I mean, look, we've had Charlie Kirks, we've had Jews, we've had Epsteins, we've had Muslims. I mean, there isn't really anything contentious that you haven't touched on.
I don't discriminate. I'll take them all down.
No. And I like it and I respect it. But there's a recurring theme, which I want to dig into a little bit, right?
Okay.
What's the crack? And I don't want personal information, but what's the crack with you and your relationship with men? Because this comes up a lot, right? I think, does she hate men?
Absolutely not. No, I don't hate men. Like, in fact, I love men. I wouldn't have my house right now if they didn't build it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just, what have you seen that makes you think that I hate men?
You like, I'm assuming you. From what I'm seeing, obviously these are all short reels, so I'm not like in the scenario. But what I'm gathering is you seem to get. I think it's like attention from the wrong type of men.
Yeah,
and and you're not shy to talk about it.
Yes.
And say and out them on it.
Yeah, so I get trolled a lot, and sometimes I just think, do you know what? I'm just going to ruin your day now. I'm going to ruin your day. Like, so when a man comes for me for absolutely no reason whatsoever, the best insult for them is to just be like, you've got low testosterone, bro. Low testosterone. No man with high testosterone would be acting like a little bitch on social media, getting offended at reels of a random girl. Do you know what I mean?
So give us an idea, like what would be like, I mean, I don't remember the reels specifically, but it was a similar thing to that where you were pretty much battering this guy, calling him that he must be basically a faggot, basically. Using that in the word as not a gay, but like a wuss. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
What sort of a, shall we say, move has he made on you to?
They say all sorts of stuff to me. I get pervy comments, which I'm sure you can imagine. They try and call me, if they disagree with me, they'll try and call me stupid. I get called Nazi, all sorts of stuff.
Really?
Yeah, they call me all sorts. Yeah, we've discussed it before. I've had someone threatening me with Hamas before, haven't I?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that was interesting. To be fair, some of the stuff you say, I'm surprised you've not had more. I'll be honest. Yeah, I think you've done well actually. Yeah,
that no lynch mobs turned up at my house.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of time. Yeah, isn't there?
Yeah, I've been doxed in that though.
What does that mean?
Like where somebody like put my address and all that all over social media. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's not good, is it?
Yeah.
Did anything come of that? Like what happened? Like you hear the stories, like people's being doxed, but like I've never known someone to be doxed. You just like
now it happened. No, I did. I lost my job.
What's doxed mean? Doxed. What's it short for?
Like you put like personal information. Like some people go like the extent of like dropping like family members' names and mom, dad, sisters, stuff like that.
And the word's doxed.
Yeah.
Doxed. I've never heard that phrase.
It's DOXXED, I believe.
Doxed.
I think it's like an American term.
Right.
Like in America, it's like illegal, but I don't think it is here. Like if you like put all their information online that could put them in danger, you can like get in trouble for it.
But it's not here.
No, I don't think so. No.
That's interesting that like America have the free speech and we lock people up for putting things on social media, but we're all right with that and they're not.
Yeah.
It's kind of backward, isn't it?
But people comment on my videos sometimes saying I've passed this on to the police.
Yeah, look, I think, on the boy thing, yes, I get it. You'll obviously get a lot of interest through physical reasons and the fact that you do put yourself out there for everybody to see and make these reels, and there are some of them pretty, unagreeable to those if they don't like it. But I've often thought, I had this conversation with a lady the other day, actually, and, for the most part, I've never been a lady, but from what I can gather, I know, but from what I can gather, ladies get pretty much, doesn't matter what lady you are, all ladies get pretty much hounded like dogs on social media.
Yeah.
If you've ever put a picture of you up in anything, a pretty dress or more, then you are, you're going to get daily sort of attention, if not daily, at least weekly.
Yeah.
You'll receive something. Somebody is hitting on you.
Yeah.
Right? And I often think like, yeah, it must be horrible, I guess, if you don't like it. But like us as boys, I don't know if this counts for you, Ron, right? But I'm at the ripe age of 40 now. And I can hand on my heart say, in all of the years, probably coming up to 20 years now, I've had social media, never once, ever have I received any type of interest. I have never once been hit on. And I think, maybe 10 years ago, I would have loved to be looking at my phone every day saying, shows your dick. I'd love that. I'd have said, all right, then. Do you know, like, the amount of dick pics I'd have sent. How do you want it? Do you know, like, left, right, you choose. And I often think, like, I get it. As a girl, it must be frustrating if, like, you're sick of it, and like, you know, crude men, I get it, like, shows your tits, mate, you know, like, oh yeah, right, or is that a bit old now, like, or even worse, like the slimier ones, like, oh, you know, like they're like pretending they're nice, but really they just want to see your tits.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're the best. That's when they've upped the game a bit. But like I just often think, like, maybe don't complain too much, because it's probably better that you've got this giant menu in front of you all the time. At any one time, okay, everything on the menu might be shit. Do you know what I mean? You might think, oh, I don't like this menu, but the menu changes. You know,
Yeah.
they put new specials on.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So the menu changes. But as a boy, look, maybe I'm a cretin, but I've spoke to other boys and we don't get that. Like, that.
Because it's a man's prerogative to chase after women, and women don't feel like they need to chase after men. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're different, aren't we? The world is trying to like convince us with feminism and all that. We're equal, we're the same. No, we're not.
No, we're not.
No, so like it's
we're
one of them things. Plus, you don't post very often, so who's going to see? No, who's going to find you? Do you know what I
suppose.
mean?
Yeah, I suppose,
Yeah, if you're not
that's true.
posting, nobody's going to find you to be able to say, I'm going to send him a DM, because if I like someone, I am not shy at all. I
Really?
will slide into their DMs. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I respect that. I respect that.
See,
Now-
I was going to say, I think we would feel the same if it did happen. I.e., like, if you came in the office, right, one day someone went, all right, smelly bastard or something. But then everyone in the office every day when you came in, said that same thing. First time you laugh, you think it's a joke, but then as it goes on, day after day, you'll be like, right, I'm sick of this now.
Yeah.
Like, I just want it to stop. Like, you got to think of it that way. So,
Yeah, but being
But you-
called like a smelly bastard is
no.
different to saying, like, you know, I want to have sex with you. That's a pleasurable thing.
It's the
not
rinse
just
and
that
repeat.
that I get though. Like, I do get people just berating me.
Really?
Like, yeah,
Like just
proper-
insult, not even there
Yeah,
to
just-
trying to hook up, just insult.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
And it's most of the time, 98% of the time, it's men. Men are just the biggest trolls on social media. They're horrible to women. Obviously, not all men. Men with enough testosterone. It's all the fucking low testosterone ones, because that is a huge problem. Did you know that, like, since the 70s, the testosterone rate has been dropping by 1% every year?
I've heard this.
Yeah.
I've heard this.
Like 20-year-olds now have the same levels of testosterone that 70-year-olds had in the 50s, I think it is.
What age is that again? 20 what?
20-year-olds right now
Right.
have the same level of testosterone that 70-year-olds had in the 50s.
What? And that's been
Yeah.
been like officialed.
Yeah, so yeah, if you go onto my page, there is actually like a video about it. But I don't know where it is. You'll probably, if you go down a bit further.
You know the testosterone thing.
Yeah.
Whilst you're looking for that, I've got a point I want to make. This is actually a point that annoys me a little bit, and it's about our wonderful country, Great Britain. And I know it's a money thing as well, but in America, if you've got the right type of money, you can get a man and woman you can get your hormones sorted right out.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what age you are. You go to one of these special clinics. Where Ways to Well is a very popular one I've heard, where pretty much you'll turn up and you're getting sorted. All your levels are getting done, and you'll be put right back to where you should be, and probably a little bit more.
Yeah.
And we don't really have that access in this country to that sort of stuff.
I think you can buy TRT.
I speak from experience. You can. There's two ways of getting TRT. You can go to your pal who lives around the corner.
Yeah,
and
who
he'll give
sells
you
all the steroids.
and he'll give you that stuff. But if you go down the proper company route, the problem is they're going to come and test you first. Now, this is the bit I don't like. Now, I knew for a fact. I tried to do it the proper way first. I went to one of these companies. I forget what it was called. It was based in Newcastle, all singing, all dancing, saying they deal with footballers and all this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, Dr. Ross, I've told this story before. Dr. Ross gets on the phone to me. Right. I want 400 bar off you. What's that for? So someone can come out and test your blood. All right. Give Dr. Ross his 400 quid. 24 hours later, this nurse rocks up in a fancy car, right? He comes in the office, takes my blood, fucks off. 2 days later, ring me up and they're like, your testosterone's not low enough. I can't prescribe it to you. I'm like, what? And they said, well, you're down the bottom, but you're not in the bit where we would want to prescribe. Are you taking anything? And I'm like, well, yeah, I go to the gym. I lift weights. I'm taking creatine. and oh yeah, that'll be spiking your testosterone a bit. You need to fuck all that off, right? You need to fuck all that off, basically, and come back when your testosterone's lower. And I was like, Dr. Ross, I said, so what you're telling me, mate, is I've got in touch with you because I'm a bit sad, right? And I know that's got something to do with testosterone. So I'm a bit sad. And what you're saying is, go be sadder.
Yeah.
Pay me another 400 bar. Come back, then we'll talk about that $2,000 a month. You know, when your testosterone's on the floor. How about no? How about I go see Gary around the corner? That's what happens. And then you go see Gary for 40 quid.
That's the thing about the pharmaceutical industry. You really cannot trust them.
No.
But have you heard of, there's an influencer called James Smith.
I haven't.
So he has I don't know whether it's his brand or whether he just promotes them for like TRT.
Right.
But when I mentioned it recently, there was a few people who commented on it. I thought it was really expensive. But apparently it's not that expensive. I'm not talking about the one through him. I'm just talking about, the one who some guy commented on my video recently saying it's actually not that expensive. I think he says he paid like £40 a month or something.
Well, I believe that £40 a month option is seeing Gary who lives around the corner. That's what I actually think it is.
Yeah.
But with that, it's not, that isn't it. The point I'm making, right, is look, just side thing. If you're doing it the Gary around the corner way, that's not doing all your levels. Like when you go through all your levels, there's loads and loads and loads and loads of different stuff.
Yeah.
And if you got one of these proper clinics, they're going through it all and giving you the right amount of everything. You know what I mean? A little bit of this, bit more of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So you end up with this perfect like concoction that you're supposed to take. They'll know how often you're supposed to take it. It's all done scientifically. Do you know what I mean? That way it's healthy, it's right. It's, you know, as you get older, you're moving it up. When you're using Gary around the corner, you don't really know what you're putting in you, and you don't really know the amount. You don't really know if it's going in properly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just annoys me because it seems, it's only £40 a month. It isn't. But even if it was only £40 a month, like, you can't get it prescribed to you by a proper doctor unless you're in a zone where, you know, they're allowed to prescribe it to you. There's like rules and regulations. But in America, if you've got the money, they'll give you whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why all these older people in the United States seem, you know, you've seen that. Who's that fella? The Kennedy guy. What's his name again? Robert.
Yeah.
Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Like with his top off?
Yeah.
He's 75-year-old or something. He looks like...
Even Robert De Niro, have you seen him with his top off?
Yeah, Robert De Niro, all of them. Like, they're all like... I mean, Sylvester Stallone. He's about 90, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's about 90-year-old. He looks
Yeah.
better than our 20... And it just annoys me, right? Because we talk about this, and I'm not a mental health drummer, right? I think the mental health thing, in my opinion, yes, I do believe people do have mental health problems, but I just think you're not scared enough, mate. When you're really scared, you'll soon fuck that off. Do you know what I mean? You haven't got enough to worry about, mate.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I tried that shit. Then when things got real, I thought, yeah, you fuck that off. You got shit to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it annoys me because you talk about this mental health crisis, right? And there's all this tranny this and tranny that and all these people, right? And all these male suicides, that is a real thing. People are killing themselves, right? It's a real fucking thing. And I guarantee you 3/4 of that could be sorted through fucking about with people's hormones.
Yeah.
Getting it right, getting people where they want to be. And there's no access to it. You know, this older generation, they're dying out now. But like my dad and granddads and stuff like that, you think science will show that their testosterone will be on the floor because they're older gentlemen now. Mm-hmm. But because of that older generation, they have that mindset of not showing their weakness. All of us in our age, we'll have a cry now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We'll have a cry. We'll tell someone for the most part. I would. If I'm on the floor, I'll tell someone, I'm suffering, mate.
Yeah.
But they won't. And I guarantee you now, 1 in every 3 or 4 men who are in their 70s and 80s probably battle with it and keep it quiet.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I know for a fact it could be sorted. And I know for a fact, because I know through experience, because I've messed about with the stuff from Gary. Mm-hmm. And instantly, and I mean instantly, you feel better.
Yeah.
Instantly. You use some of that stuff, within 10 minutes, you're like, feels sound to me, mate. Like, do you know, like, everything changes. You're like, yeah, I'm going to go fucking do stuff. Like, that's what happens. Like, yeah, fucking, what's that? A push-up, yeah. Yeah, like, you're off. Just life's better all of a sudden.
Did you feel like a teenager again, though? Because one of the lads from the gym, he was saying that he's just gone onto it and he said that he just, like, gets boners really easily again.
No, I'm too old and fucked for that. But it's not really easily. You know, I need scaffolding, me, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Scaffolding.
But... like, no, that isn't why I took it. Do you know what I mean? I took it to not mine was anxiety, like fucking shitting myself all the time, always thinking, oh fuck, just scared of
Worst
stuff.
case scenario, basically.
Always thinking of that, yeah. And then I don't know, when you get on that, you just sort of think whatever. Like it just sort of changes your mindset. It doesn't fix your problems. That's what I'll say to people. It doesn't fix your problems. It just changes how you look at them.
Yeah, but do you know what it is? Do you drink tap water?
Nah.
Oh, good
No,
lad.
no,
Because
no.
there's a lot of, if you don't know yourself, like, so you know when women take the pill,
Yeah.
we actually wee it out in the toilet and then it gets back into the water system again and it isn't filtered out. So tap water has a lot of like progesterone and estrogen in it, and people don't realise that's how a lot of people men are getting lower testosterone, because there's so much estrogen and progesterone, if that's how you pronounce it, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, in the tap water.
Yeah.
I've got a filter on my tap. No one's gaying my son up.
I like that. No, mate, you can't be having that, can you? No, I don't drink tap water. But then you can say, oh, you drink it out of plastic bottles and blah, 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 same thing.
You got plastic, like. But we're all filled with microplastics and metals, heavy metals, like, we all gotta do a detox. And parasites.
But like, have you ever, like, and we've talked about this in the podcast before, have you ever seen Joanna Lumley?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the life that's in Joanna Lumley before?
What do you mean?
Like, have you not seen how much like, hello, I'm Joanna Lumley? You know, like she's like part orgasming all the time. Do you know what I mean? She's literally like, she's just so full of life. And like, that's because she's on the gear, but the woman gear. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Obviously, I mean, like, if she isn't, like, don't sue me or anything. But like, I'm just saying, like, my opinion, allegedly, is that she's on the gear, but just the woman gear.
Yeah.
You know? And I think not just men and women. Look, we're joking, we're making jokes about the whole thing, but it is, I'm telling you, all this sadness that's going on, all this upsetness, and probably some of this fucking gender stuff as well, but I won't touch on that. Fuck that, right? If you want to be a gender person, be a gender person. Just fine.
Person.
Let's just talk about the sad people, right? 1 in 3 people get sad, right?
Everybody gets sad.
Everybody gets sad, and I'm telling you now, if we had a massive investment in our country to really, really, really say, right, we're going to be the biggest company in the biggest country in the world for this. We are going to lead the way, not just sell it for 20 grand a pop. We are going to literally do something, sell what we have and just stream it free. NHS, any single human being can come to this clinic. We will test your fucking bloods and we will get you right back up so you can be the best person you can be, right?
Yeah.
What will happen then in line is 90% of sadness goes, 90% of mental health goes, right? You get people having happier lives, longer lives, healthier lives, less strain on the NHS because there's not as many illnesses and people getting feeble and weak because everyone's like 80-year-old and banging weights. Do you know what I mean? Like everybody's happy. Then what happens is you do that for a generation or two. What happens to your country? Do you think your country gets shitter or better? What happens then is, mate, British Empire comes back, mate. India wants to watch out. Do you know what I mean? Then we're coming back. Hey, do you know what I mean? That's our land. Do you know, that's what
British Empire's already coming back. All the patriots. There's so many of us rising at the moment. It's like when you compare now to 2020, like people like me, we were like crazy, we were racist, all this stuff. And there is still people who call us that, but like you're not allowed to love your country anymore. Like people say, how can anyone say that putting our flag up is racist? Honestly, it makes me want to just instantly start headbutting people.
Here, Ron, where you live, have they done the flag thing?
My stepdad's got one on our lamppost.
Get
outside
it.
the house.
He does.
Love your stepdad.
But in Darlaw, it's literally the whole town.
Love
it. There isn't not one lamppost. I think it's only one side of the town, to be honest, but that's still a big area.
Yeah.
But I mean, they must have took them months. They haven't missed a lamppost. I mean, even outside the cop shop, all the way down Union Jack. Do you know what I like? They haven't took them down.
Yeah.
I like that.
I love that
And
too.
you know what? Taking out the racism stuff, it looks so pretty.
It does.
Not to sound like a gay, but when you're driving around, like it started like towards the end of the summer and you're getting them summer nights, you know what I mean? And like that weird autumny sunset was there. I can remember driving up Geneva Road, seeing these flags in the autumn wind and just thinking, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even mind, right? If you want to make it like, oh, it's racist, well, stick a few of yours on as well then.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Like, as long as there's more of ours than them, do you know what I mean? But like, I don't mind if you went English, Albanian, English, I don't know, Pakistani if you want, whatever. I don't mind. It just looks pretty. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is nice. I like the flags.
I think it, like, a lot of people hate enough. Like, you got to think we only ever see our flags on like VE Day and when England are playing at the World Cup or the Euros. That's the only time we ever see the English flag.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to like the English embassy or wherever. We don't have it anywhere. But you look at the likes of like America, like
Yeah.
a lot of
Poland
houses
as
are,
well,
like,
they're very
Are they?
patriotic. Yeah, they've got flags everywhere in
like,
Poland.
But it's like as soon as we put them up, well, that's wrong. That like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense.
It's because we're like a white country. A lot of people just hate whites. Like, whites get blamed for all the shit that Jews do, basically.
So let's talk about Jews. So, do you know what? For years, my whole life, I've heard that people hate the Jews. And the Jews are this, and the Jews are that, and the Jews are this. I don't actually know why we're supposed to dislike them.
So it's not all Jews, of course.
No.
It's like that's like saying all Muslims are terrorists. But there are a group of very powerful, very wealthy, elitist, globalist Jews who literally enslave the whole world. And I know it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but all you've got to do is look up who are all of the agents and everything in Hollywood, who controls Hollywood. CIA even is in Hollywood, who owns all of the media, who controls everything that we see. Mark Zuckerberg's a Jew. He owns WhatsApp, he owns Facebook, he owns Instagram. So there's one Jew controlling that part. And then like all of the media, it's all owned by Jews. Whatever we see on the news, it's whatever the Jews want us to know. They own all of the banks in the world, all of the major central banking. They control all of the money in the world. Like in the Iraq war, they went there, bombed the shit out of it, and then they were like, right, we're putting our Jew banks in here now. Like basically that's what they do. They're just like the Jews have been liars and thieves for thousands of years. That's why they get expelled from every single country they go to. This is where people are going to start to get really offended here, because let's talk about Hitler.
Okay, yeah, old Adolf. What's he done? What's he done now?
So the story around the Second World War and Hitler, that story is told by Jews. They fucking love to play the victim.
What story is that? Hang on. Whoa, hang on. What story? What story are we talking about?
So Hitler, the first thing he did when he wanted all the Jews out of the country, he wanted them to stop stealing all the money from his thingy, from his country, and he wanted all of the paedophiles and all of the disgusting stuff. The very first thing that he did was shut down all of the Jewish brothels and all of the disgusting pedo shit.
Just stop there. Stop. We're going to come back. Like everything you go through this story, I'm going to just interject a minute, right?
Yeah,
Because I'm always like, oh, like that's like. So you want to get rid of the paedophiles? You want to stop them stealing? Okay, just pinning the story there.
Yeah.
Were they paedophiling and stealing?
Yeah.
Right.
They're still doing it to this day.
Right. And there's documents of that. Is there's like proof that they were in Germany in the 1930s, they were paedophiling and stealing.
Have a look for it. Like, literally, have a look. The very first thing that he did was shut down all the brothels and all the, like, pedo shit that they were up to, like all the porn and all that stuff, because that's what they were doing. They were like, they'd gone to the country.
Doesn't seem like a Jewish thing, though. Like,
yeah, because they control the media, they control the perception of everything that you need to think. If you really, really, really do your research and look it up, like,
I can honestly say I've never seen Jewish porn.
there's no point looking at BBC.
No. I mean Google. I mean, there's probably no point looking at Google. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah. Well, what I'll do is I can send you a bunch of stuff afterwards.
Yeah, do.
Yeah, like if you want to like take notes and then like send it to me afterwards, I can send you the stuff and then.
Yeah, gee that, Ron. As we go through, make some notes about stuff, and Marie will kindly
There
send
you
it
go,
over.
German camp brothels in World War II. That's on Wikipedia.
Right. What was it? Oh, I'm not reading all
Pleasure
that.
departments.
What? And this was Jews?
Yes.
Ah. Right. Okay. That's enough. Let's go with it. So they were paedophiling and being rude
And stealing
pinching.
money. So basically, it's the Jews who own all the banks. So back in the day, it would be like, I'll borrow you money and you give me it back. Whereas the Jews would go, I'll borrow you money, you give me double back, and then that's how they started all the banks. That's how they steal our money. All the taxing and everything, it's all the Jews. Like, the Jews are the ones who control all of our governments because they're the super uber rich people, like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. All these people who are financing the politicians, they're the real ones in control.
Of course they are.
So it's all the Jews. The Jews control the world.
Right. Okay. So back to Hitler.
Yeah.
So he wants to get them out,
Yeah.
and that's how it all started.
Yeah, basically, and he just did it in a very extreme way. But the story is still a lie. They say that there was 6 million of them. There wasn't even 6 million Jews in Germany at that time when you really dig into the research.
What, you mean
They've just inflated the numbers to make it seem way worse. And when they've actually gone to the, what's it called? You know, like the gas chambers and stuff.
Yeah.
When scientists have gone in there and checked it, there's absolutely no evidence of any sort of gas. It would be like it'd have like seeped into things. There's no evidence of any gas. And then there's actually stories of like survivors of the Holocaust who say like, no, that's not true. Those things there were just showers. It wasn't putting gas on us. That's where we went and got a shower. They made us all shower together, like because they were full of lice and stuff. They shaved their heads because they all had nits.
Hang on. Whoa, hang on. Am I hearing this right? So what we're saying, well...
A lot of it is a lie. It's a lie made up by the Jews to make it seem worse than what it was, because they don't want everyone to know that they were corrupting everybody and everything. That's why they get thrown out of every... Look back in history. I think they've been expelled from like over 100 countries over the years.
Yeah, right. So...
It goes back like 3,000 years from... They were thrown out of Babylon.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? They're always doing shit.
So are you saying now, Marie, is that what you bringing this now? You bringing this, you saying that no Jews were gassed?
I don't believe so, no.
No way? Huh. I mean, obviously, I have no evidence. That's just what I got taught, that they were gassed. I've never ever heard that conspiracy, like if it is a conspiracy or truth, I've never once heard anybody say they weren't gassed.
Take a note on that and I'll send you the evidence for that too.
Yeah, take a note for that. Yeah. But do you know the 6 million? We're talking about that sort of 6 million Jews died. Yeah, I know there wasn't that many in Germany, but they didn't just take them from Germany. They took them from all of Europe. They went into Austria, they went into Hungary, they went into Poland, they went everywhere and just and France and killed them all. How did Spain get away with it the whole time?
I don't know.
But anyway, it's a different story.
So, well, Spain already like expelled all the Jews and then they got on a ship and sailed to America. That's why America is now up Israel's arse, because it's Jews.
Right.
Jews run America. Israel, like Mossad and CIA, are the largest terrorist organisation in the world.
Terrorists, eh?
Yes, 100%.
Right. Okay. That's interesting. But we don't mean all Jews. Some Jews are sound.
Yeah, some Jews are sound.
Yeah.
The normal everyday Jews like us are sound. The ones who own the banks and the... Do you know what? Even like the landlord Jews, do you know what I mean? Like they're like a step above the regular Jews, but they're not quite at the elitist Jews. They're cunts as well, to be fair.
But like then, you know, to play devil's advocate, is there any, I mean, isn't that just capitalism? Isn't that just what we all wanted? Isn't that like, we can't say... Yes, we all want the opportunity to be able to make money and get wealthy, but we don't want them because they're too good at it. Because that's just seems like they're the best at it.
Stealing, they will do anything they can to like get our money. Like a tax now is at an insane rate. Like back in our like granddad's era and all that. Did you see that I'm just going off on a tangent now. Yeah. Did you see the video of that old guy recently? The war hero. He was on something on the news recently. He was getting interviewed like over the weekend, for like V-Day.
Yeah, I've seen a picture of an old dude. Yeah,
yeah. Did you see? He was like, "What did I even fight for? We've lost our freedom." And
well,
because the Jews are still in control.
So what we're saying is that taxes, is that for us and the United States, or is that worldwide? Pretty
much the whole, not the whole world, because they haven't managed to. They're not
in Japan.
No,
they're not touching that.
They're not in a lot of African countries either, but the ones where they've got like natural resources, yeah, they're in them ones.
So you're saying for the most part of Europe and the States that the taxes that are paid, they're basically handed down from Jews, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Right.
Jews control all the government, so that's where all the money goes.
So I've heard like it bandied around that Jews control the world, but like obviously as a moron, I've got no evidence or understand how that is. You know, from somebody like me, from a moronic perspective, I just look at who really is controlling the world. I think, well, yes, I do believe that there is, if you want to call it a deep state, I do believe there is that, and I do believe that the politicians we see are just the puppets for the people that run it.
Yeah.
But I think the United States is easier to understand than England. So. Because there's a lot about the United States.
Well, if you look at the United States, sorry to interject there, they've
Please
got
do.
like APAC, which is like basically Israel controlling the American government. You've got like even in this country, you've got like Friends of Conservatives and Friends of Labour, and that's like the Jews, Israel interjecting on our governments, and then America, they've got APAC, and that's like the Jews.
I always just thought that America was, their deep state was basically like what would be like the CIA and these sorts of things, because I heard somebody say once and it made a lot of sense. I don't know if it was Hannafin, I can't remember. Where like obviously presidents come, go, parties come, they go, they get 4 years, 8 years, whatever. But like the top dogs in the CIAs, they have 40, 50-year careers and they're there throughout the whole thing. Do you know, so like they're the people that are really running it, because they'll obviously, a new president will come in and they'll be like, right, Mr. President, like this is how we need to play it because of this, because of this. You know, I know you said you were going to do this, but what will happen when you do that is this, so we can't do that.
Yeah.
So they are gently, they're not just saying, you will do this to Barack and thingy.
They will. They'll be threatening them.
Do you
Of course
think?
they will, yeah. 100%, yeah.
No way. But you think it's Jews.
I know it's Jews.
So you think the Jews are controlling the CIA, basically, people like that.
Yeah, the Mossad are basically
What are Mossad? Secret Service in
Israel.
Jewland. Yeah.
in Jewland.
What's it called? Israel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Israel. That's it. Yeah. Okay.
Like Epstein was a Mossad agent. He was honey trapping influential people in America so that Israel could bribe them and take them under control. This is why now Trump has... I don't believe that Trump is a pedo. Under no circumstances,
No,
I
I
don't think
don't.
that he's a pedo. But I do think that he's been to Epstein Island and he definitely knew him. There's the evidence there that he knew him. He used to go to his country club, but then he fucked him off once all this came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he has been at parties where there's been young girls and there's probably, he filmed them the same as like, basically, Diddy learned everything he learned from Epstein.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's the connection?
Because they're all in CIA and everything. It's all in Hollywood. That's how all of them people have been to Epstein Island.
But Diddy didn't get any charges for kids, just women.
Yeah, but no, I'm not saying. No, I'm saying he used the same tactic because he was filming them. That's what I mean. So Epstein will have been filming these parties where Trump is, and I think that's why Trump hasn't released the Epstein files,
Right.
Because they've got something on him.
Enough to make him look bad.
Yeah.
But no
Well,
straight pedo stuff.
Have you seen literally yesterday, I think it was dropped a load of Epstein emails,
No.
and there's one of them where Epstein is saying to somebody, I don't understand how Trump hasn't been picked up yet. I don't understand.
Who said that? Epstein?
Yeah, Epstein is saying to somebody else, yeah, it's got it up. I don't understand how Trump hasn't said anything, how none of these girls have mentioned Trump because he's been at the parties.
And that was an email wrote by Epstein.
Apparently. Allegedly.
Yeah, because it's lots of allegedlys. How can we be sure?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that hate Donald Trump.
Yes,
A
there is
lot, like 50% of the country hate Donald Trump.
yeah,
So and there'd be some smart people in there
Yeah.
who could make that look like that.
yeah.
I agree with you in that. I think Trump, obviously, I mean, he's made no secret, he likes ladies, but I don't think he was a pedo, and I actually don't think he went to the island. I actually also don't think he had parties. I think I think you know what Donald's MO is. I think it's money. I think Donald likes people who can make him money.
Yeah.
And I think he saw, I'll hang around with this Epstein guy because there's money floating about. And then when he found out that there was a bit of, first it would have started off, there's girls. I like girls, he said. Then he's thought, oh, these are younger girls, 18, 19, 20. I like that as well. That's a bit risky. But then I think he's got wind of, hang on a minute, there's something else here.
Well, it's known to have said in the past, hasn't he? Like, oh, Epstein likes them really young.
Yeah. Yeah, he likes them really young.
And
then,
that was before any of us even knew who Epstein was, really.
Yeah.
When he was just like a socialite sort of thing.
I will say that Epstein thing again, moronic perspective, know very little other than YouTube videos I've listened to. very interesting how a teacher's ended up that wealthy.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Because he had a what's the guy's name? There was a guy who was financing him, but
Yeah,
all of
a
the money was
financier.
coming. Yeah, all
oh no,
of the
he
money
was a financier. That's what he was.
but he wasn't. He was getting it from somebody else as well. But
Yes, somebody. I remember that there's a guy. Is it Wexner?
yes,
And I
that's
think-
the name. Yes,
And I think what basically, as it looks, is Wexner paid Epstein. We'll come back to the amount in a
Yeah.
minute. Wexner paid Epstein for basically financial advice, and you think, well, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you see the amount, you're like, damn, that's a lot of money for some financial advice. We're not talking like how much you pay him, like 1 million, 2 million. Like many, 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 many millions. And you're thinking, that's not a normal going rate for like financial advice.
No.
yeah,
Like, that's a lot of money. And there was multiple payments made to him.
yeah.
Like, what kind of advice was he giving you, like, pal? Because, like, you can definitely get cheaper financial advice than Epstein. Just saying. Like, definitely cheaper and probably better. Like,
Yeah.
he was a teacher, wasn't he? Like what did he? And that does freak me out a bit. How he was that rich? Because I don't think he got rich through his like abilities and brains.
Yeah, he was like a honey trapper, basically. There's no way he's dead.
There's no way he's dead.
There's absolutely no way that he's dead. Why was all the cameras off? Why is there no cameras? Why is it so convenient that all the cameras just weren't working outside of his cell?
I agree with you on the camera thing, and I do believe it's a massive setup. But I believe he is killed in
No.
case he opened his mouth.
I think that he is in Israel in hiding, being looked after, living the high
No
life.
fucking way.
Probably still getting his dick sucked off a 14-year-old.
But don't they have his body?
Well, they can say that.
This is true. I ain't seen no body. Have you seen a body?
Nah.
Have you seen a body, Ron?
I have not seen a body, no.
And yeah, okay. I never heard. Again, this is why I like you on, Marie, because you bring me things I've never heard.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I've never heard he's still alive.
Oh, really? You've
No,
never heard-
the argument in my world is, was it suicide, which it obviously wasn't, or was he killed, which obviously he was. So that's where I stand with it.
No,
I mean, that he
think
was killed.
They've got him out there. He was friends with people who were way, way, way too powerful. Like, he's easy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't he in a cell with somebody?
I don't know, I'll be honest.
I think he was in a cell with like a dude, like a big dude, he was an expelled copper, lunatic, beefhead, nutcase, basically. Do you know? Yeah, the best type.
Yeah.
Ex-officer who shared a cell.
right,
Yeah, he was a
okay.
big dude. John Scott, is that who it is?
Let's have a look.
So was he in the cell when he died?
Yeah, that's a good question because I've never heard that part of it.
No, I believe that like he killed him.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, because the body, you know, that might or may not be there. What I've heard is like he's supposed to have hung himself, but when they've looked at the damage to his neck, there were certain bones broke that wouldn't come from being hung. It was more like around your collarbone area and stuff. And if you're hung, it's a different thing. Like there's a doctor that apparently has looked at his body, and said that is of all the years I've seen people hanging and looked at bodies of people who've hung themselves, I've never once seen these injuries. However, all the bodies I've seen where people get strangled, this is nearly always what we see.
Who's that person though? Is it a Jew?
Don't know.
Because they could just be like they want.
Is it a Jew?
Do you know what I mean? They would rather people think that he's been murdered than still alive, so they'd like to get that story out there. So if that's come from a Jew, fuck that, I don't believe that.
No.
But, do you know what I mean? Like,
I think he was strangled
dear,
by the man that was in the cell.
maybe.
That's what I think. And I think it's made to look like a hanging. And I think my opinion, again, what do I know? But my opinion is that they didn't move him, they killed him. Because I think Jeffrey was sat in prison thinking, like you say, don't you worry. I've got powerful people in powerful places. Somehow, I don't have to do anything. Somehow this will play out and it'll all thingy. It'll all work
Blow
out.
over.
Yeah, I'll do a year. I'll be out in a year. But I think
Is Ghislaine Maxwell out now?
No.
Oh, she's still in.
Doing 20 years. The only person ever to be done for, what is it, like a conspiracy where she's the only person that's got done for it.
Oh, right. Well, isn't it interesting that all of the, like, abuse of women that went on and the only person who went to jail for it is a woman?
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's mad. Yeah, no, it's weird that the charge that Ghislaine's charged with, I think Diddy actually might be the second person ever to be done it. Like,
Oh, okay.
Where, like, it's a charge that is literally a multiple person charge, but, like, they're one of the only people ever to go to jail on a multiple person charge, but nobody else charged.
I don't understand what you mean.
So find out what Ghislaine was charged with.
How do you spell her first name?
Gislain. I believe that's right. Or E on the end, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But then even her dad,
Offence.
she's a Mossad agent as well. So was her dad.
Yeah, there's something interesting about her dad, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was she charged with, mate? Oh, God. 20 years in prison. Say, for conspiring.
with Jeffrey Epstein to sexually abuse minors.
No, there was something else, fam.
Oh, right.
Something else. She's been charged with conspiracy. Something else where you can't really get charged with it as a lone person, but she was. There's something, I don't know, there's something where she's charged with something that she can't be charged by herself, basically. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. But
Can't
yeah.
trust any of them.
No, you can't trust him. Yeah, her dad, didn't her dad die in like interesting circumstances
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something? It was on a boat, is that right?
I thought it was at a hotel.
Was it? Sure. What was he called? Summit Maxwell.
Yeah.
Mr. Maxwell. I'm sure he died on a boat. Sure he did.
Why am I thinking it's a hotel?
But it was suspicious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think he's a Mossad agent?
100%, yeah.
Why so? Is Maxwell a Jewish name?
I don't know. Oh, it was in the Canary Islands.
And it says here.
Oh, yeah, I was very wrong about that. It was nothing to do.
He was
I wonder-
buried in Jerusalem. That's interesting,
It
Mr.
says
Bond.
in 1991, his body was discovered floating in the Atlantic Ocean, having
Oh.
apparently fallen overboard from his yacht. He was buried in Jerusalem.
Why have I got this image in my head of him falling out of a window
See-
from a hotel?
See, I was about to expel some of that there because I thought Maxwell, that's not a Jewish name. Like, I thought Maxwell was like an English guy. Like, but now, why would he be buried in Jerusalem? See, like, that's how it all starts to piece together. I know it's like, it could just be a coincidence, but like, Jeffrey Epstein was always in Jerusalem. Like, he had friends that were like leaders of like militaries and shit, and like some real high up people
Yeah.
who were like pally with him and shit. Wasn't it the case that like something happened, right? You know, when he got done for pedo in the first time, where he did like a little bit of time and got out. This is Jeffrey,
Right.
right? This actually happened, and this never happens. He was charged with a serious crime, and he was awaiting sentencing, right? But he was allowed to get on a plane, his plane, leave the country because he had business dealings that he had to attend to in Israel, and then come back. Like, when somebody's like, that isn't how it works. When
Yeah.
you're not allowed to leave the country, your passport's taken off you. But it was because it was special circumstances or something that he was granted some special circumstance where his sentencing had to be moved or some shit because he had some business to attend to first. And
Just goes to show how powerful he is.
the American government were like, yeah, sound Jeff, yeah,
So
just
you
give us a
think-
shout when you're back.
I
Yeah,
think someone from like the higher ups has dropped him a text saying, let him out of the country for like 2 days.
basically. Yeah, so he had to just hop to Israel, sort out what he was sorting out, and he just dropped him a text, said, I'm back now, lads. And they came and picked him up, said, right, well, go to jail now. Yeah, Jeff went, yeah, sound. We'll go to jail now.
Well, there's like Israeli Mossad agents who've actually like said, like this guy called Ben Menashe who wrote a whole book about Epstein, like talking about how like, yeah, he was a Mossad agent basically.
But do we have any nailed down proof he was, or is it all just hearsay?
I suppose it is all just hearsay and evidence, bits of evidence put together, but yeah,
That's enough.
because there's other like journalists as well. What's that woman called? Something Brown. She's a big. She wrote loads of things on him as well. Like this investigative journalist, and she really, really dug into him. Oh, there's a whole
I think
show
someone's
called
done
was.
It's like a series show, and someone's
Episode 23.
yeah. Well, season. I'm assuming if it's just, I don't know if it's like just like a podcast or
Oh,
something.
right.
or
It's
maybe-
like one episode of it.
yeah. But it says was Jeffrey Epstein a Mossad agent?
What podcast is this? Or show is it? What is it?
Sure, if you're listening.
Oh, interesting.
ABC News. Do we trust ABC News?
No.
No. Oh, well. Do you know what? We're not short of these type of things. You type that into YouTube and you'll find hundreds and hundreds of videos of hundreds and hundreds of opinions.
Yeah.
Most of them saying he was, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is hard these days, isn't it, to discern what really is the truth, because you've really, you have to do your own research. You have to genuinely dig yourself these days, because I think we might have even discussed this before. Like, if you like Google, like, are eggs good for you? You'll find some that say yes and some that say no. So it's like you really do have to do your own research and decide for yourself and discern what the truth is.
Yeah, it's just conflict. Everything's conflict. But
Yeah.
that's just the internet, isn't it? That's how it works.
There's so much propaganda, basically. They don't want
like-
us to be healthy.
It's like when we spoke about Charlie Kirk, and obviously we were like dead on. Like we watched, so we had Rob on, and we were like dead convinced that like he was carrying a weapon. But then we watched it back with Chris, didn't we? And we thought he folded the gun down and like put it in his backpack, but no, he was just carrying it. Like
I think
open.
Israel killed him.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Because
how do you link that then? Because I can't see that.
Because Israel were funding him, and they are still funding Turning Point UK now. I recently, I don't know whether you saw, I met the CEO of Turning Point UK. I was speaking at the UKIP National Conference recently, and that's where I met him. And basically, they are funded by Israel. And Charlie had got to the point where he wasn't just criticising Israel, and he was saying, I don't want their funding anymore because they're controlling me too much and telling me what I can and cannot say. But he also had very prominent people on board who were also anti-Israel, whereas back in the day, he used to be pro-Israel. He didn't realise the truth, and he was doing trips to Israel, and then slowly over time, he was learning things and realising things, and then he became a little bit anti-Israel.
Really?
And then all of a sudden, once he didn't want their funding anymore, see you later.
Right, okay.
And now have you seen Erica Kirk? She's fucking up Israel's ass.
Yeah, she is.
She said something the other day, like, so he was like a devout Christian, and she said that he said it was a Saturday and it was the Sabbath day. Obviously, Sabbath is on a Saturday in Judaism and it's on a Sunday in Christianity. And she said that he said shalom. Not, did he fuck?
What's shalom?
Do you know what? I don't even know what it means, but it's some fucking Jewish word, yeah.
is it?
Like, she's full of shit, man.
She is like,
Yeah.
don't like her.
So, do I want to say this?
Say it.
So I chatted to, so we had like there was like a banquet at the, I don't feel like I want to slag him off. I'm not slagging him off, but, right. So Nick Tenconi, who is the leader of UKIP, but he's also the COO of Turning Point UK.
Right.
I asked round the table, what's your view on Israel? And he was like, like, what do you mean? Do you mean like the country, the people, the land? And I was like,
So you didn't like the question?
didn't like the question at all. And then the chairman was like, Marie, what are you asking him that for? And then I was like, well, obviously I'm talking about the government. I'm asking about the government. And then it was like a very, how you would expect a politician to dance around something that they don't want to answer.
Right.
So I just thought, I'll leave that there. I'm not gonna
Like
get.
proper PR trained.
Yeah, yeah.
How did you end up at this thing then? What was this thing you went to?
I went to their National Party conference last
UKIP?
month. Yeah, I spoke there.
How did you wind up there, if you don't mind me asking? Like, how did you end up speaking?
Basically, I didn't realise that they were following me on social media, and they just like DM'd me and they were like, can you come and talk for us? And I was like, yeah, sound.
UKIP were following you. They obviously liked your content, reached out, said, come down and talk. In a few sentences, what's UKIP?
So basically they have a lot of, oh, there we go. So they have a lot of views and ideas that are exactly the same as me. Like they want like stronger borders. Like people might say that they're racist, but if you actually look them up and you look at what they believe in, they'll probably have a lot of the same beliefs that you do. Like, do you know what? I can't remember all the policies now, but when I first got the invitation, I really looked them up to see, like, because obviously I haven't really heard about them since like Brexit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they were the driving force behind Brexit,
Yeah.
and I haven't heard of them for years because since what's his face, Nigel Farage left them, he slagged them off loads, and then but I don't trust Nigel Farage either. But anyway, they are pretty sound. The chairman there, he is sound. Ben Walker, he is sound as.
Is he?
So he's the one who like reached out to me. And he is wonderful. But yeah, if you actually look up what their policies and stuff are, more people would probably want to vote for UKIP but it's just they're not as known as they used to be. They're a lot smaller party now, but they would actually do a lot of good for the country. I mean, with Nick Tenconi in control, if he continue to take funding from Israel, then maybe it won't be a good thing, but he does genuinely want the best for the country, genuinely. But
currently UKIP are taking funding from Israel.
When I've done my digging, I can't remember the actual name of the person, but it's like this American guy, this American Jewish guy, basically, who's funding. He already funds Turning Point, and then when I've done a little bit of digging, in fact, let me just say allegedly there, because I haven't fully confirmed it, but it looks like it looks like a yes.
And you know, your question is to what end, and the end is to basically
Control us.
Yeah, steer a certain narrative that favours Israel.
Yeah, because Israel want to be like one world government and control everybody.
But there's just so few of them. I always think like Israel aren't going to run the world. They're just so small. Like there's just not enough. Like they can't ever run it. They haven't got the manpower. They haven't got the resources. They couldn't run the world.
Well, just look how powerful they are when they were breaking like world laws. Do you know what I mean? We've got country laws, and then there's like world laws that we're all supposed to stick to, and they were like literally they were genociding, and they just didn't care. All the countries like, you can't be doing that. And they just were like, we'll do what we want. Like nobody could stop them because they've got America backing them. Who's going to go to war with America and Israel? They're too powerful together, especially with all the allies like us, because we're up their arse as well. So then the British government, all the NATO countries all the NATO countries are the bullies of the world.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
Like I've often said, you know, I've got my own view that like we're the baddies actually on the world stage.
Yes, we are. We're the bad guys, yeah.
But we're taught we're the good guys.
Yes, absolutely.
But then, you know, I was talking to Chris literally on the last podcast about this, and it was like, but I don't want, if that's the case, if we're the baddies and they're the goodies, I want to be a baddie. Because the other side looks shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know, like, oh, like, nightmare, I wish we weren't the baddies, but like, this lifestyle is better than them. So, you know, unfortunately, we're baddies then.
I would rather live in a Christian country than a Muslim country.
Did you know Christians have killed more people than any other religion?
I would have to see that as a factor.
It's a fact.
Well, what religion was Genghis Khan?
Don't know.
Because I think he killed the most people ever in the history of the world.
He's killed like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
And he's also got a lot of ancestors as well, because he just went around like raping like mad, didn't he?
Yeah.
Got loads of people pregnant.
He did not have testosterone problems.
No, definitely not. He wasn't drinking tap water.
No, definitely zero estrogen.
Oh, right. So he's a Mongolian shaman.
What?
The sky god Tengri.
Is that even a religion?
I believe.
Tengrism, is that it? Tengrism?
I've never heard of it before.
Me neither. It must have been one of them like religions that's gone now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Chris is a big, he's very, very, very much not into this immigration thing.
Yeah.
Very cross, he is. Very cross. And he won't mind me saying that. But he's right about a lot of stuff, but some of the stuff I don't agree with him on. But he was, you know, pretty cross about how Muslims just kill people.
Yeah.
And then he sat quietly and Googled which religion kills most people.
Well, come on, you Googled it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Christians killed the most people according to what he looked at.
Yeah, no,
According to it.
I don't believe that.
No?
No.
Do you think it was Muslims?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
Is that a biasy, though? Why would you think that?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I would have to really look it up. Maybe Christians have killed the most people, but like all you have to do is like look at like Sudan and stuff now, who are like they are being in Nigeria. The Christians there are being killed at a crazy rate by Muslims. They're just the terrorists are just going around like. So there's something like 300 million Muslim terrorists or something because there's so many Muslims and there's a large majority of them who are, a large percentage of them who are actually like radicalized. There's like 300 million Muslim terrorists. That's a lot.
There is radical Christians.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, if you're a Zionist and you, if you're a Christian and you support Israel, you're a terrorist in my eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
By what way support? Like just like be okay with them?
Yeah, because you're supporting the murder of like innocent children. They're like literally, when Israel are at war with Palestine, they're not killing like an army of people and all terrorists.
Just killing everybody.
Yeah, they're literally just killing everybody. Like there's not a single university left in the whole country. Like they've flattened the full place.
And okay, I'm going to take a bit of a journey with that comment. So yeah, I agree with that. Israel are just, they're not being discriminative. They are just wiping out any single human being in their path.
Jews hate Arabs.
Yeah. But then, okay, there was a war called the Second World War. And we obliterated parts of Europe with bombs. We didn't care who they were hitting. We were just hitting. And we will probably have killed more women and children that were innocent dropping bombs on Nazis. And that was we're the good guys. So I'm saying it just happens in any time, in any conflict, anywhere. That's just the deal. You're not supposed to, but how are you going to, that is just it. You're just bombing places.
Yeah.
And all the Iraq wars, all the Afghanistan wars.
Yeah.
We killed a lot of terrorists and we killed a lot of bad people, but we also killed many, 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 many more innocent people.
Yeah, it's bad, like,
Everybody does it.
All war is bad.
All war is bad, man. And it's part of the game. It's just, you undertake a
Jews
war.
start every war, though.
Right. Do they? Every war?
Yeah, they're funding them all. They're not just funding them, they're providing all of the weapons.
Okay. Okay, how did they start the Falklands?
Oh, Christ knows, I don't know. I'd have to, like, do my full research into it.
Argentina, we started it. We basically went to Argentina and said, them little islands next to your country that are yours. And said, well, they're ours. And because we were bullies then, because it's a British colony, they were like, oh, all right then. Because didn't dare say out. And then they got, like, brave, like in whatever it was, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever it was, and said, we'll be taking them islands back, by the way. And we're like, you won't, like. Because, like, and this is no, we are, because like it's the other side of the world. Like, what are you going to do? You're miles away, and like Margaret Thatcher's a girl, so like we're not bothered. That's basically what it says. And then Margaret Thatcher went, okay, and then we sent ships over and smashed them to smithereens and took it back and said, no, it's not your land, it's ours. Even though it's on the other side of the world attached to your country, it's ours.
Is that where Guam is as well?
I've never heard of Guam. I thought it was a drink. I thought Guam was what you have in your drink. No?
I know that there's like a American. Where is it? It's in the Pacific Ocean.
Guam. Looks nice, actually.
Yeah, it did from that picture, didn't it? So what's it near?
Oh, you're miles away there, mate.
Oh, very, very far away.
You've got to think, though.
Bit of a trek.
Yeah. Massive trek.
Ron, do you know where Argentina is?
Yeah, South America.
Right.
So it'll be like...
Yeah, zoom in there. I think it's on the...
That's Mexico.
Down.
Wrong continent, mate.
That's not like...
It is like...
No, he was on the right continent. He was on... Oh, no, he wasn't. He was in... Oh, yeah, you're right. He was in Central America there. You were correct.
I need to go back to school then, apparently.
What are we doing here?
Trying to find Argentina, but it hasn't got no names on.
Right.
So
Argentina's
it's
right
at
down the
the bottom on the right.
Why are we looking at Argentina? I forgot.
Because I said that Guam was near there, but it's not.
It's not, no.
Yeah.
No,
It's nowhere. It's absolutely nowhere near it. Well, I didn't say it was. I asked if it was.
No, you asked. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to Mexico. You've been to Mexico, Ron?
I haven't, no.
It's nice.
I've been there twice now.
You've been there twice now?
Yeah. Zooming in and out, just looking at dots and lines.
Yeah, look, everybody gets fucked up in war. That's just the deal. Everybody gets killed.
Yeah.
Innocent people. I don't know if Jews started all wars, Marie. I don't know about that.
The majority of them.
I do believe that they're very influential, and don't know. I think I sit, and again, I hate sounding. Chris always kicks off, and he says, "I'm an on the fence guy." I'm just not on. Some things I'm completely decisive. Like fuck Germans. I just hate German people. Well, that's just the thing. So I can be decisive. There's things I don't like, and I don't have any reason to hate German people.
How come we're allowed to say I hate German people because they're white, but if I said don't like Somalians, they'd be fucking hell on.
I don't like them either.
Yeah.
Truth be told.
I've never, ever in my whole entire life met a Somalian who was a nice person.
Me
never.
neither.
In my whole life.
But I bet there is one somewhere.
Yeah.
But I've just never met them.
Yeah.
That's just the truth. So yeah, I'm not being a fence sitterer because I can give my own decisive things what won't piss me off. But the Jewish thing, I think they're very good with money, and I think they're just better at the game of money than we are. I think they're just a lot better at it. And I think due to that going on for such a long period of time, money is power. And they've just learnt to play the financial game better than everybody else. And
yeah, but it doesn't mean that they have to enslave us all and try and take more and more and more and more. They're already like billionaires and stuff like that. Why do they need to take more and more and more? Like, do you know what I mean?
Like, yeah, I get it, but like that's just the game, innit? You squeeze people. Yeah, that's anybody, anything. You squeeze them. You squeeze them and you squeeze them and you squeeze them. That's why, like blueberries, like £4 for a little punnet now.
It's crazy.
They don't need to sell it for that, but they're just a little bit more. See how much they can get away with. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing. It's capitalism. It's just money. It's just how it works. That's just the world. Like,
yeah, but they don't care that they're actually like putting people on the street, making people homeless, starving kids by doing stuff like that. We don't live in a dog eat dog world. It's like that's not.
But we do.
Well, we do, but we shouldn't.
No, we shouldn't, but we do. And that's it. To be honest, like dog eat dog, yeah. Like, but this is the best version of dog eat dog it's ever been.
Yeah.
This is the best. This is the most comfortable version of dog eat dog ever.
That's why people are so like, oh, well, never mind. I don't need to like try and fight back against the government because I've got a nice car, I've got a roof over my head, I've got food in the cupboard. Unless like the majority of people were actually genuinely starving, that's when they're really going to start genuinely rioting. But it'll come to that if they keep taking the piss out of us, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, like the rich favour the rich, don't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, I sit somewhere between it. They are crafty bastards, like, but I don't think that they're I don't think they're as mean as that. I don't think they want us all to suffer. I think they need us. They need us to make more money. So they don't want to kill us, they just want to squeeze us.
They basically, they believe that the apocalypse, they believe that we're subhuman. That the part of their religion, they don't even think that we're fully human. They think we're subhuman, literally.
Subhuman?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. You can like literally look it up.
What does subhuman mean? Not
like,
a human being?
Sub means below, so it's
Right.
like below humans. Like,
But they're better than us.
yeah,
Right.
basically, yeah. They think that they're better than everyone else. They look down on us. But they basically want the whole world to be against them because it's part of the prophecy of part of their religion. They believe that their Messiah hasn't come yet. Their Messiah is going to come when it's really needed, when the whole world is against them.
Question. Interesting. So I'm going to come back to that because you've just added a bit of something to an opinion I had, right? And I think I've sussed it. Chris was here the other day, remember? And I said something about, I can't remember what I was saying, but it was something about these Muslim migrants that are coming in, right?
Yeah.
Causing these problems.
It's the Jews.
It's the Jews.
It is.
Number one, I wasn't saying that. I was saying it's been done on purpose.
By the Jews.
But I didn't say the Jews. I said, no. My argument to Chris was this. They're letting all these people in. Number one, I don't think it's as bad as they're saying it is. I think it's been made to look that bad. And why it's been made to look that bad is so that when we go around the world killing Muslims, it's like, yeah, but remember, Muslims are bad. Now, what I never factored in was the Jews. And I thought, well, yeah, because that's what the Jews would want. The Jews would want everybody to be furious with Muslims.
Yeah.
That now makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jews are orchestrating it to make everyone hate Muslims, but really, they're both as bad as each other. They're both cunts. The extremist Muslims and the extremist Jews.
And we're all been puppeted.
Yes.
Because what we are is we're the might, basically. Because there's so many, people that are influenced, let's say, by their system, and so many people that they could influence to basically fight the war against the Muslims and things that, it makes sense. So now I'm 100% convinced on that. I am now 100% convinced that someone, I don't know if it's the Jews or just us government, but I'm definitely convinced that it's been done on purpose for us to hate Muslims.
And also so that they can bring in digital ID.
Yes, that too.
Yes.
I'm convinced on that.
So that they can say everybody needs to have digital ID so that we can track these unregistered ones.
First little bit I got on this the other day, right? I don't know if have you ever run a business before?
What do
right?
you mean?
Like a company's house business.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I got an email.
Me too.
You got it.
Yeah.
And I literally
don't know what to do about it.
I took it. Well, I do know. I've got your answer.
Thank
so
you.
Immediately I took the screenshot, sent it to my accountant, and I'm on WhatsApp with him. Do you know what I mean? And I said, "What's this, mate?" And he said, "Yeah, you have to do this now." And I said, "Well, what happens if I say no?" And he says, "You've got no choice."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Right." So basically the alternative is if I kept fighting that, my accountant would say, "Well, I can't work with you because I have a legal obligation. I am a chartered accountant. As part of my obligation, if I don't do this, I'll lose my." So you haven't got a choice.
Yeah.
You literally, so they're doing it, and it's little bits like they say they always
It's like
do.
the coerced us during COVID to get the vaccine. That's what they're doing now. They're going to be coercing people like in different ways. Like, oh, well, if you don't get digital ID, you're going to lose your business. If you don't get digital ID, you're going to lose your employment. But we all need to stick together and refuse it because all it takes is 15% of us to refuse it.
Why 15?
Do you know what? I've really done my research on this, but I can't remember why it's 15%. But basically, it gets to a certain threshold where if 15% of us say we're not doing that, that means that they then have to have two different systems. They then can't say, well, if you're refusing to have digital ID, that means that you're not allowed to have... They actually aren't allowed to do that because luckily in this country, we've got like human rights and stuff like that. There is laws that protect us. But once it gets to 15%, it would collapse the government. It would cost them too much money to have two systems in place. We all really need to stand our ground and stick together. That's the only way we beat it because in 2000 and they actually tried to bring in digital ID before in this country. It was in 2000 and I think only 15,000 people in the whole country actually signed up for it. So they had to scrap it.
Yeah, Ron, if you want to know what that was, I don't know if I explained it properly. I basically got an email from HMRC saying basically like you as a business owner now, you aren't allowed to just have your name on there. We need some like photographic evidence and shit of who you are. Basically, so it's like,
did you have to take a photo, like your
I
driver's
don't,
license?
but it was like the prompting you saying this is coming, this is soon, basically, and the accountant was like, yeah, we have to do this for everybody. Do you know what it is? It's not the thing about I've got nothing to hide, right? I know everybody says that, but like, I don't. It's not so much. I don't mind. It's just because they're telling me I have to.
Yeah,
that's why I don't like it. Like. Yeah, okay, like if you want my picture, have it in a way. But then like what pisses me off is the fact that like you're making this law that I have to do this. People will say, well, what why wouldn't you want that? What are you hiding? It's not about hiding. It's about being made to. It's about you're forcing me to do this.
Yeah.
I know the argument then again could be, well, what's the big deal? It's only a picture, just let them have it. And then you're right, it's not a big deal, let them have it. But it's just... little things. This is what they do. It's little things. They don't ever go bang and give you it all. It's like chip, and they chip away. And then when you get down the line, you look back and you think, fucking hell, all them chips have added up to quite a fucking big thing.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking piss take. Like,
And then all of a sudden, you're not allowed to do this and do that. Like more and more freedom slowly being taken away. Like our freedom of speech now. Like I'm still like a mouthy cow online, but I am still wary of certain things that I say because I'm scared of going to jail. I don't want to go to jail for the shit I say online.
No.
So I do have to like
Rein it in.
Yeah, rein it in, because I mean, it's only a few years ago. I would literally tag politicians and threaten them with physical violence. You know what I mean? I can't get away with like threatening to batter Matt Hancock anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Man cockhand. Yeah.
Oh God, what a dickhead he is. Yeah. Oh God, how's he not being headbutted him? Oh.
He was class, wasn't he? Oh, just...
He won an arm celeb, didn't he?
Yeah, what a daft little cunt.
Yeah, man, there's a lady went to, I don't know what it was about. I think it was something to do with like all this Muslim stuff. No, it wasn't. It was, did you say something about...
I think there was one who went to jail because she literally said...
She mouthed off.
Burn the hotel down.
Yeah, that was it. Her, yeah. And didn't she do like 3/4 of a year or something?
Yeah.
Like I said, not like 30 days. Like,
wasn't she in her 50s or 60s or something as well?
She was just a normal woman.
Yeah.
A normal woman who, yeah, she's a bit mouthy. You know, yeah, she was known to be a bit slurry sometimes, but like they're only words.
Yeah,
do you know what
exactly,
I mean?
Yeah.
They're only words.
Yeah.
That's mental.
I've got this delusional belief that if the police do ever come for me, that Elon Musk will save me.
Elon might save you. So he don't play that shit, does he?
Yeah.
I don't know, but then that's a whole question in itself. Like, what's Elon's game? You know, what's he in this for? You know,
I do think he has a heart, and I do think that he is a good person. But you can't. You have to have your wits about you. See, like, I don't mind Trump. Like, even though I do not trust any high-level politicians whatsoever, you can't trust any of them. But Trump does do a lot of stuff. But people like them, you do have to keep your wits about you. You're daft if you fully trust a politician.
Totally, yeah. No, you know, they're all liars.
Yeah.
They're all liars.
Manipulators.
Of course they are. Like, you think of the type of personality it takes to want to be that guy. You're basically saying, I want to be the most important person in the world.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine what that takes.
To be fair, if they put me in charge of the country, though, I'd be like, yes, I am going to Katniss Everdeen the shit out of yours.
What would you do? If you were the president or prime minister, tell us some changes you'd implement.
Well, every single illegal would get deported immediately.
No, crime or no crime, gone.
I do not give a shit. If you've come to this country and you haven't had the respect for our country to actually apply like everybody else, get fucked clean off now. I don't give a fuck what happens to you when you go back home. I do not give a fuck. Get out of my country now, you cheeky little cunts.
Jesus! Fucking hell. Easy. Women and children as well.
Yeah, fuck them.
I said this to Chris, and Chris even in his anger, he said, nah, they can stay. I said, all right, okay, I'm going to word a few to you. First one, Mohammed's over, right? 25-year-old, legal fighting age.
Yeah.
He's over, you get rid of him. And Chris went, yeah. And I said, okay. But Mohammed's also brought his little old mum and his 2 kids.
Who are also extremist Muslims who will do shit if they're left in this country.
Chris let them stay.
Nah, fuck them. Get them out.
Right, well, they're gone as well. So
Yeah.
Mrs. Mohammed's gone.
I would change health straight away. Health would be getting changed. Like, anything to do with war and defence, no, we're only about peace. See you later. Like, we would still have our military, but there's nowhere near as much money getting put into military. We're not going to war with anyone. Like, there's no reason to. Nobody is forcing us to go to war. We make that choice. We're not supporting America and any of their bullshit anymore. Fuck them cunts as well. We're not supporting Israel. Money is going into our health because there's so much. The pharmaceutical industry, they can get fucked off as well. See you later. Our money is going into like homeopathy and healthy ways to heal. Like, you had Kerry on before who does the bioresonance, things like that, where there's real, genuine scientific stuff behind it. So like the medical industry, the Jews ruined it.
Why?
Jews, because many years ago, we used to have homeopathy. It goes all the way back to ancient Greece. It works. It heals people. But they decided, nah, we want to make money from medicines. So all of this oil that we've got, there's when we make it into fuel and stuff, there's this byproduct. So we're going to take that and we're going to, the Jews said, how can we sell this byproduct of oil? I know. This poison, what we'll do is we'll tell them that it cures cancer and we'll call it chemo. And it's like they're always finding new ways to fuck us up, basically. And the pharmaceutical industry is profits from us being sick, not from being well. If you look up what's it called? Pfizer. They've been in business for how long? Never cured anything. Never. In decades that they've been gone. Because that's not their goal. They don't want to cure us. They want us to take their medicine so they can get richer and richer and richer and richer and richer. That's why now we, as adults, have had less vaccines than a 6-month-old baby right now, because they've put so much shit in babies. So that's why it's like so weird now. Like everyone's like allergic and like eczema and blah blah blah. It's because of all the shit they pump into them, because they want all that shit into the kids, so that as they grow up, oh, we need a medicine for this. Now I'm on a medicine for the rest of my life. Give Jews my money for the rest of my life because it poisoned me when I was a baby. The cunts. Yeah.
They are like, I will say that. Look, I don't have any kids, and I don't have access to that many of them. But the ones I do, am I right in assuming that kids do seem like collectively more sickly now?
Yeah, the mongy aren't there? Like, there's loads of like ADHD and autism is just like everyone is on there because it comes from vaccines.
Seems to be more of that.
That's one thing I've always thought about. Like growing up when I was a kid.
Nobody was ill.
No, like I knew one person in the entire village who had ADHD, and he was a lad like a few years younger than us. But like now, it's like almost, I want to say like 30%. It's like something's like someone's got something.
Yeah.
Whereas like when I was in school, it was like, oh yeah, no, you're sound. Like,
yeah, and I don't know whether it's like real or I'm just focusing on it. Like, is it really? Is that really the case?
Like it is coming about like a really lot more. Yeah.
You even have to think of like cancer rates, like over the past 50 years have just skyrocketed because they're putting so much shit in our foods. They're literally poisoning us with our food. It's a lot worse in America, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's crazy over there. Yeah. But like our fruit and stuff, like it's just weird. I mostly do my shopping at a farm. Like, it does work out more expensive, but at least I know that me and my son are not getting poisoned with our food. Like, everything comes from a farm within 5 miles.
No way.
Shout out to Hutchinson Hobbs.
Love that. As if. I've always loved to be able to do that. Like, literally just eat the produce from your local area.
You should. You really should, yeah. There'll be loads of... There'll be one in Darlaw that you can find.
It's just a ball ache, innit? You know what I mean? Like,
you should say them these days, or like there's a farm near me and they do like milkshakes and eggs in a vending machine.
No way.
Class.
Yeah. Like like it's contactless payment, like no cash, no one's there like serving, anything like that. You just go and you tap the screen what you want and it like brings it out and you just open up the lid and take it.
Yeah,
but is there enough of that though? Like what I'm saying is, if everybody did it, surely the farms couldn't support it because there's more people than the farms could produce.
Well, farmers then wouldn't sell to like your likes of Sainsbury's, Asda. They would sell to the people.
Point, yeah. Because where do you think it comes from? It comes from the farmers. That's where they're selling it to. So if people went directly to the farmers, they wouldn't even need to charge the higher prices.
Well, if you were to go in a Sainsbury's supermarket, I'd bet my bottom dollar that not all of that produce is coming from the United Kingdom. It's coming from all over the world. I don't think that we can produce enough food as a country to feed this country.
And also, there's like some fruits that like we literally can't grow here and veg, because of the weather. So we do need to import some things.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to say it's like that, but like I think it's like wheat or something where they like actually making wheat. They actually lose money in making wheat and stuff. It's like you went to your farm and you bought your essentials, your milk, eggs, stuff like that, your wheat, whatever, bread. Like then it would be better for like a farmer. Because they make, I think it's like pennies on the dollar if you think about it for what they actually make and what supermarkets then go and sell it for. If you went and bought it from the farmer at supermarket prices, it would be better off for them. Yeah. And then it's coming direct from them. It's not going through anywhere else.
And it's a lot healthier as well. So the milk that I get, it's got nothing in it. It's like, it's not pasteurised. Because when these cows are like factory farmed, like, have you seen like when they're getting like the...
Yeah, it looks rough.
Yeah, there's like pus and all sorts going into it. And plus, they've got, those animals are not really looked after as well. They're not fed well. They're injected with stuff and all of that is going into the milk and we're drinking it. You should only get your milk and your dairy from farms. Your fruit, your veg, your meat, everything.
I know, but it's a good job people don't, is what I'm saying. Because if everybody did, there wouldn't be enough. Because there's not enough. The farms, doesn't matter how many farms there are, for the amount of people that are here and produce that we need, those farms in the United Kingdom couldn't produce enough to give it to us all.
Maybe. I haven't really
I
thought
haven't.
about that perspective
I
before,
haven't,
but
just my common sense is telling me it's not possible. It's not possible. There's too many
No,
people.
I don't think it is. But like I say, if you went for your essentials, like your supermarket was all of the imported stuff, and
Yeah, I mean, look,
maybe still sell.
I still
like
go to
farm-
Aldi and get snacks and that.
Yeah.
I suppose, you could draw it down the middle, couldn't you? Yeah, and say like your dairies and your meats, try to get them from producers. I still think there wouldn't be enough, but yeah, there isn't a fairy liquid tree down the road, is there? Like that has to
Yeah.
come from Sainsbury's or wherever you're
Yeah.
going. Yeah, I guess. But yeah, it would be nice if, I bet once, before supermarkets and stuff, if we went back 100 years, that was the only choice really, wasn't it? That's where, but there was a tenth of the people here, I guess. So yeah, but yeah, good idea. Good idea. I expect it's more expensive, is it?
Yeah, it is. But they do have like deals on. So like in the meat thing, I normally get there's like 3 for 12. Actually, I think it's just gone up. It's like 3 for 15. So I'll get like a 500 gram. I always get the same. I get 500 grams of beef mince, 500 grams of lamb mince, and then I normally get these like minute steaks. So it's like little steaks, and me and Noah like to have them for breakfast with eggs. The best.
I'd love to be a steak and eggs person for breakfast. Is that how you start in the day, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, mate. You must be ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. What you doing for breakfast, Ron? What's your breakfast?
I don't have breakfast, mate.
No, I don't.
To be fair, I don't eat it every day. Noah's not a big breakfast person either, but some days he will be like, "No, I want breakfast today," and he always gets his minute steak and his eggs.
My breakfast is just a can of Red Bull and fear. That's all. That's how I start my day. A nice breath of fear and a Red
Do you know
Bull.
what you should do? It's interesting that you said a breath of fear, because I was literally in my head thinking you should do breath work and meditation on a morning.
Yeah, how does that work?
Because it regulates your nervous system. So if you've got this fear in you, that's your nervous system. That's your cortisol being released from your limbic part of your brain, what controls all your hormones.
Right.
But our breath is how we regulate that and bring our body back into homeostasis so that we're not in that heightened state. When you think about breath and what we breathe, I believe that consciousness itself is all around us in the air. When you get choked and you get strangled and you get choked out, you lose consciousness because you can't breathe, not because your heart has stopped or your brain has stopped. It's because you can't breathe, and that's when you lose consciousness. I think our breath is our consciousness.
Our breath is our consciousness.
Potentially, yes.
Never
That's
heard that.
just a little theory of mine.
Wow.
Because when you think about it, like I said there, when you get choked out, it's your breath. You can't breathe, and then you lose consciousness because you can't breathe.
I see where you're going. I see where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So breath work, huh? Is that something you advise?
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. Like when I get myself into a heightened state, I go straight for the breath work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever get in heightened states?
Oh yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
How often?
Struggle with rage, me, you know.
Do you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Rage. Just.
Yeah, because I'm a very passionate person, so I feel all of my emotions passionately. Right. So I tend to skip straight past anger and go, whoom! Straight into it.
Yeah, straight in.
Yeah.
From 0 to 10. There's no 7 or 8.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's like quite bad. I scare myself, to be honest.
But it's good though, because pretty much any emotion you'll feel, you're doing that at 10 as well.
Yeah.
So when you're loving somebody, you're loving them at 10.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
When
I'm a bit of a nightmare. Like when I'm in love, I will literally tell you about 40 times a day that I love you. It's a bit intense and annoying, I guess.
That's sweet. No, but some people like that.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, bless you.
My little boy, God bless him, I literally tell him I love him so much. Like, I hope that when he gets older, he finds someone who loves him as much as I do.
No chance.
Oh, I don't want to say that.
No chance. Not that he won't find somebody, but
Yeah.
by the sounds of it, you've got different levels to it, I think. I think you're full.
Hopefully he'll find someone intense like me.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So what's the plan? I always like to know what people are up to. Like, tell me, what's the next?
I'm going to Miami on Monday.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Welcome to Miami. I
We're
don't know the
going
rest of the
to
words.
Miami.
Yeah. So, holiday.
Yeah, I'm taking my little boy. Because I was supposed to, I felt so guilty. I was supposed to be taking him to Rome in April, and I was going to be meeting up with some of my Brazilian friends who I met when I was studying in Brazil.
Alien people.
Yes, yeah. But because of my injury and I couldn't walk, I couldn't go, so I just had to sacrifice a trip. And
True.
I felt so guilty for letting my son down. So I was just like, right, where do you want to go? Like, I gave him like a few options and he chose Miami. So I was like, I found a really, really good deal. So yeah.
So what is you're literally flying to Miami? You're staying hotel or what?
So do you know what? I've got car hire, but I'm actually really lucky. So I've got some friends in America who I've literally never met before, but we've been chatting since like 2018. And one of these girls, basically, she has like a 4-bedroom condo and she's just let me stay in it for free, which is sound as fuck. Thank you for saving me all that money.
Never.
Yeah,
you never even met them?
No, I've never met her before, so I'm really excited to meet up with her. I'm trying to think, what's some cool British things that I can take for her and her kids that they'll never be able to get over there? First of all, take Jaffa Cakes and Monster Munch.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Jaffa Cakes was instantly what came to my head there.
Yeah, Monster Munch as well.
I mean, you could get like, it isn't like Tunnocks tea cakes.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Tunnocks tea cake. That
But
reminds
other than
me.
food, what else could I take them that would be really cool? Like what the little kids could take to school and be like, oh my God, look at this that I've got from England.
Think.
I know,
Little kids.
like, I was even asking ChatGPT and it was giving me the worst suggestions. A fucking tea towel. I don't want to take them a tea towel. Are you mad?
Do they have tea towels in America?
You must do.
Surely.
Must do.
Can't be just us.
No. How are they drying the dishes?
I know, yeah. That's right, like. Yeah. I don't know. I'll think about that, Marie.
Yeah.
I was going to say take a 4-pack of Greg's sausage rolls like that. Would probably just go down the tray.
Oh
that.
my God, that's a beast of an idea. Oh, the frozen ones though, like, you know, so that they're, oh no,
Yeah.
because they'll defrost.
That's
Well,
what I mean. But you can buy the cold ones in Greg's, can't you? So I think, maybe ask and go like, look, are these all right? Like a day or two later, and then
You're
if
not
you're
allowed to
traveling,
take it through, are you? Are you? Or is that just liquids?
I don't know. You could maybe put it in your case, couldn't you?
Yeah, I'll put
Yeah,
it in
you
my
could just
case.
hide
That is a beast of an idea, yeah.
Because they'll
Have you
never
heard of
have seen a
Greg's? What you
Greg's.
have now?
Why is Greg's not in America? It's insane.
Well,
They would
if
make a
you
mint.
look, it's just like mainly around here. Like
Yeah.
the further you go south, like the less of Greg's you see. So
Yeah.
But
Isn't the person from Newcastle who, like...
The headquarters is in Newcastle.
it must be because there's a Greg's on every corner. It seems like in Newcastle.
You know, up the Greg's there.
Yeah.
But
That's a good one.
I'd definitely take that. Jaffa Cakes as well. Trying to think of like traditional English things.
See, they've got a lot of chocolate bars now. I went recently, well, in recent years, and I expected to walk down their sweet aisle and be like, oh, alien chocolate. And I'm walking down and I'm like, no, like there's some of theirs and pretty much all of ours. So it was a bit of a disappointment, actually.
Yeah.
I expected all kinds of, you know, like, haha, your chocolate shit.
They
But it's
have
like,
big giant versions of things all done. And
They
they'll have
do.
like our normal size bottle of wine and then a bottle of wine.
yeah,
and stuff
proper,
like that.
yeah, right off bottle. Yeah. But they have got some absolute shite in them supermarkets, so like you think we've got crap. You want to see the
Yeah.
crap they've got. Like it just looks like nuclear, some of the stuff. Like
It's crazy that you can walk through Walmart and just be like, there's just guns.
yeah, there's just a gun there. Yeah, if you want a gun, we'll get a gun.
Yeah.
Get your tea and gun.
Yeah.
What a day. Well, I hope you have a lovely time.
Yeah, I'm sure I will.
Yeah. Sun, sea,
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
Pardon?
What's not to like?
What is not to like? Bit of sun during winter time. Do you know what as well? How mint is it when you go on all day and it's pissing down at home? I hope it continues to piss down.
Thanks. It's the best.
That's fantastic.
I think I've already checked the weather and it is. It's like pissing
Is
down.
it?
So
Buzzing for you.
yeah.
I'm so jealous. Well, listen, I hope you have a lovely time.
Yes.
We're going to round it off now.
Yeah.
You will come back though, won't you?
Yeah, defo, yeah. I
Brilliant.
love having a chat with you guys. This one was mostly about Jews.
It was about Jews.
Hey, who wants a lesson on Jews?
For more information on Jews, just it's Marie Monroe, isn't it? You know. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. That's the end of it, and we'll see you next time.
People like us, 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 people like us.